This is day 3 of yoga teacher training, and we're having our morning practice now, beginning with cat and cow, learning how the breath moves in your body. So beginning in your cow pose, inhaling and looking up, and then exhaling into cat pose. Do that for 5 to 10 rounds, and then reverse it. And exhale as you look up in cow, and inhale in your cat pose, and just see what you like better. Have the experience. When you've had enough of that, downward facing dog. And then making your way to downward facing dog, please. We just took in a lot of information, and now we get to start to integrate that information into the body, to have an embodied experience of the philosophy. Notice what comes easier for you in down dog, the inhale or the exhale. One more breath here. Walk forward, hang in a standing forward fold. Generally, the exhale is amplified here because the diaphragm is pulling up in the rib cage. The belly is drawing back towards the spine. But you have all that lung space on your back, so there might be a lot of inhaling happening here. Notice where you feel the breath on your body. From the book Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, he knew that even without being given an instruction, a student is a student. Strictly speaking, there is no need to teach the student because the student himself is Buddha. Even though he may not be aware of it, when he is not aware, he has everything. But when he becomes aware of it, he thinks that what he is aware of is himself, which is a big mistake. When you do not hear anything from the teacher, but just sit, this is called teaching without teaching. Take a deep breath in together, and a long breath out. Lift up halfway. Lift a little bit higher so you can draw your shoulders down your back. Good. Bow forward, exhale. Stand stand up, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment to set your intention for practice right now. One Om, breathe in. Inhale, reach up. Standing forward bend. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward bend, breathe out. Stand up, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward bend, breathe out. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. The emphasis on the breathing and moving. Inhale, reach up. That's what we're doing in sun salutations. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step your right leg back, bring your knee down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, plank. Inhale and plank. Lower all the way down onto the ground, forearms down for Sphinx pose. And so here, just creating a little bit of dynamic movement. Inhale, and then forearm plank, exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Take a full breath in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Good, inhale together. Exhale, knees down, step your right foot forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step forward and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward bend, breathe out. Stand up, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Forward bend, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step your left leg back, knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Sphinx. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale here. Exhale, Sphinx. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward bend, exhale. Stand up, breathe in. Hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Forward bend, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step your right leg back, bring your knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plank. Inhale and plank. Lower down onto the ground, reach your arms back, locust pose. And again, some dynamic movement. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. And so there's two ways to practice. There's dynamic movement where you're continually moving with the breath, or static movement where you hold the pose and you breathe. And different days, different ways will work better for you. So you're just noticing right now you're having the experience, so it's in your toolbox for another day. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Forward bend, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step your left leg back, knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plank. Inhale and plank. Lower down onto the ground, locust pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. And now you decide, inhale, lift up and stay, or exhale, lower back down. 2 more breaths. Downward facing dog. Vidyaya, just studying yourself in space. Being aware of your actions. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step forward and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward bend, breathe out. Stand up, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Chair pose. Forward bend. Halfway lift. Right leg back, high lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plank. Inhale and plank. Lower down onto the ground, cobra pose, or actually cobra roll-ups. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. 2 more, inhale up. And exhale down. Last one, inhale. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Step forward, high lunge. Reach up, inhale. Step forward and fold. Halfway lift, the spine lengthens on inhale. Forward bend, the diaphragm draws up on exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Mountain pose, exhale. Really nice chair pose, breathe in. Forward bend, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step your left leg back, high lunge. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, cobra pose. Again, 1 time a roll up. Inhale. And then lower down. And now you choose. Inhale, come up and stay. Or continue to roll. Whatever feels right in your body. 1 more inhale. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, we extend on the inhale. Step forward, high lunge, that's the exhale. Reach up, breathe in. Step forward and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward bend, exhale. Chair pose, breathe in. Stand up, hands to your heart. Okay, chair pose, inhale. Sit on the ground, both. Okay. Lower back is up on the inhale. And then exhale, the diaphragm's pulling up. Come back up high, boat. Cross your ankles, roll forward into plank. Here's your big moment. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Together, breathe in. Exhale, that diaphragm pulls up. Jump to your hands. Now that's interpretive. Halfway lift, but you guys did great. Bow forward, exhale. Chair pose, breathe in. Stand up, hands to your heart. Good, chair pose, inhale. Sit on the ground, both. Good, lengthen on the inhale. Low boat, the abdomen contracts. Come back up, high boat, cross your ankles, roll forward to plank. Inhale, chaturanga, upward dog, downward facing dog. Really good. So that was the sun salutations, and we added in just some of that dynamic movement so you could really see how you can work with the breath. Remember, the quality of breath is the clearest indicator of the quality of our asana practice. Now we'll just stretch out the legs a little bit before we move into the warrior two family. So lizard, raise your right leg to the sky, and then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Bring your back knee down. Okay. And so moving into your lizard pose, what we're doing is we're creating length through the adductors, the inner leg muscles on this right leg. So this is the stretch that's happening usually in the warrior two. And then we're still within the lunging, because we do the lunging as we'll see in anatomy, because a lot of us are real tight in the front of the hips. So this kind of hits both of those things. That's why I like to add it early into practice. All right, you can stay right here, or you can add that twist if you want, turning to your right leg, and you can do whatever you want with your left or your right arm, and then find your breath. When you inhale, the spine lengthens. When you exhale, there's space to turn as the diaphragm lifts up. One more breath. Downward facing dog. Together, inhale. Big exhale out. Lift your left leg up, breathe in. Step around your left hand, back knee down with the lizard pose. And so we put the heel about on the edge of the mat. So this is a fun spot to watch in practice too, is how do people hear you say put your heel on the edge of your mat? Like, what does that mean? For some people that's here. For some people, it's all the way out here. Just saying, like you'll say something that seems pretty clear, put your heel on the edge of your mat. And how many people just can't accomplish that simple task, right?
It happened to me in class on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the one before that, I don't remember. It was recently.
Yeah.
You started to say lower back down, as in lower again.
Yeah.
But when you said lower back, I immediately thought, my lower back, what does she mean? What am I supposed to do with my lower back?
Right.
It's interesting.
It is.
What you hear versus what's being communicated.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's different.
Exactly, yeah. Excellent. Yep, add the twist here.
Sarah, where are the hips in this?
Where are the hips? Well, the pelvis can be turning a little bit, or it could be straight ahead. So it depends what feels better in your body. So yeah, do you feel like you have any pain in it as you're going? I think you're okay then. Okay. Great. One more breath in together. And downward facing dog. Now you decide how your body feels right now. Does it seem like you want to take a vinyasa, coming forward to plank and doing a locust, a chaturanga, any of that kind of stuff? Or right now, in this moment, are you content just staying in downward facing dog? A few breaths. All right, and now we're going to move into the warrior two family of poses, and we're going to just do it the way that you guys are going to learn it. So don't get caught up on like having to learn it right now. You're just having the experience in your body. Warrior two, step your right foot forward. And breath and movement. Side angle. Warrior two. Triangle. Half moon. Warrior two. Good. And then downward facing dog. Now you decide, stay in down dog or inhale to plank, chaturanga or lower to the ground, locust, cobra or upward dog, and then downward facing dog. Warrior two family on the left side. Step forward when you're ready. Side angle. Warrior two. Triangle. Half moon. Try a warrior two. See, it's so hard to be clear. Downward facing dog. So that was the basic sequence that we're going to learn for warrior two. There's lots of room for seasoning and flair there. But that's the basic thing. And we can cue breath, we cannot cue breath. So but there's 1,000 things I could be telling you guys about alignment, and sometimes that's important, and sometimes it's just stay the pose and let them breathe. Stay in down dog or inhale to plank, chaturanga or lower to the ground, locust, cobra or up dog, and downward facing dog. In my own practice, I alternate between those poses pretty evenly, the locust, the cobra, and the upward dog. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down, step your right foot forward. Reach your arms overhead, inhale, and then arms out to your side, exhale. As we breathe in, the spine lengthens, and as we breathe out, we're gonna turn to the right. The diaphragm lifts up so there's space to move. A few breaths here. Life is hard.
Right is hard.
Now you can stay right here. This is just using your core muscles. And actually just take a moment here. I know I am over twisting through my left arm. It's not like, right? Just notice where your wrists and your shoulders are in alignment to each other. That's how far you can turn before you add the leverage of your limbs. Now, put your left hand outside your knee, right hand to your lower back, your sacrum, and lift there and turn. So you see, you might have not quite wrists and elbows and shoulders in line. Okay? And now you can stay here or elbow to knee and hands in prayer. Inhale, the spine lengthens. Exhale, we turn. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Downward facing dog. Take a long breath in together. Exhale, knees down. Step your left foot forward. Reach your arms overhead, inhale, and then exhale, arms to the side. Take a long breath in and turn to the left. The inhale energizes you and the exhale relaxes you. Notice your wrist-shoulder relationship here. Good. And then hand to the knee if you want. Now, even though we're in training, you still don't have to go any farther than you feel like it today. You could stay right here, or you can bring your right elbow to the outside of your knee. First, we set the body, and then we do the breathing practice. On the inhale, the spine lengthens. On the exhale, there's the space to turn, if there's the space to turn. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Lower down onto the ground. Reach your arms back, locust pose. Good, and lower everything down. Cobra pose. Inhale, lift up. Good. In a lot of modalities, that you'll see a lot. In a lot of modalities, cobra, baby cobra is what we're also calling sphinx. So it's an understanding that a lot of people have. Our cobra, when I say it, is this one. It could be little cobra or big cobra. I see that all the time. Okay, and then downward facing dog. Exhale. One more breath. Look forward, jump onto your seat. Very good, and then lay down on your back. And we're gonna do some dynamic movement in the bridge pose now. So you're gonna set your feet, and then on your inhale, you're gonna lift your hips up in the bridge pose. And then on your exhale, come back down. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Take a moment here to reflect. Vidyaya. How did that dynamic movement feel? Did it feel like, yes, that's exactly what I needed in my body? Or did it feel like, oh, I really just want to stay up. I don't want to come back down. Right, a second bridge, and you can decide. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Or simply stay still in the body and the breath and the limbs and just move the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing which comes easier. And rest. This time, do the other way. So if you did dynamic movement last time, do still move stagnant on this one. And if you did stagnant or if you did static on the last one, this time do the dynamic breath again. Go back up. It's important to learn the difference between right and wrong and preference. And we don't always get our preference, but we need to know if our non-preference is actually wrong in the body or we just don't like it. One more breath. Lower all the way down. And we haven't done a lot of movement and we have a long day, so you decide if it's the right choice to do wheel pose right now or if you're better off doing a bridge again. When you're ready, go back up. Shirasuka. more inhale. And lower all the way down. Bring the bottoms of your feet together and let your knees come away for Supta, Baddha, Konasana. Continue to flow your breath. The questions of yoga are, where are we? Who are we? And what are we? And that's what we're examining. Bring the bottoms of your feet to the ground. Lift your right leg up to the sky. In this moment, you can decide if you'd like to use your hand or a strap, or if you want to just work with the leg back up to center and take your leg across your body to the left. It took me a moment to realize my phone was ringing right there, so I'm sorry about that faint noise that was happening. Come all the way back up, bend your right foot, pet the foot on the ground. Take your left leg up to the sky. And take your leg out to the left. Bring the leg back up to center and place the foot down on the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh.
Sarah?
Yes.
Switch.
Did we switch?
We didn't put this one over.
Oh, we did it?
We're gonna do the what?
Did I do it and not tell you guys? Maybe I was just hearing you do it. Go for it. Thank you.
Did I miss something?
Nope.
I guess I missed something.
No, she didn't.
No worries.
Thank you guys. See, it's really hard. It's really hard to be a human. My mind went to who on earth is calling me right now? And they all know. Why did my phone just block it? Okay, when you're ready, come back up, feet on the ground, knees bent. All right, now cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Without using your arms, half pigeon pose. Half pigeon meets supine twist. Roll onto your left hip until your right foot's on the ground. How does it feel to breathe in this shape? One more breath. Good, and then come all the way back up. Right foot on the ground, right knee bent. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Pull your legs into your chest. And now roll on your right hip until your left foot's on the ground. It's not that life's not going to knock you out of balance. It's the knowing how to come back into balance. Knowing how to self-regulate. Come back to center and set yourself up for a final resting pose, Shavasana. Together, take a long breath in. Open your mouth wide. Together, take a deep breath in, long breath out. Just take a moment here on your back to feel how it feels in your body right now. And then make your way to a seated position, and we're going to sit quietly for 3 minutes now. So when you sit, you want to sit with your natural curves in your spine. So your lower back is not rounding when we sit, it's drawing up and in. And that can become challenging for bodies with tight hips, for if you stay for a long time. So that's why when we sit, we might actually sit on something to help facilitate that ease in the natural spine. Today as we sit, we're going to use my meditation timer. So what this does is it's going to ding every minute so you can know where you are. Now, I don't normally use this when I sit, but I use this when I do a 3-minute hold in a pose that I might not want to be in. All right, so sit up, let your eyes rest. Now, whether or not you close your eyes is a personal choice. But if your eyes are open, you're not looking at stuff. You are witnessing what's happening. Observing. Seeing. That might be sensations in your body, maybe the quality of your breath. You may be watching the various thoughts that are floating through your mind. You're not responding or reacting to any of them. You're just witnessing. That is the practice of yasa. And the varadya, the letting go, is the not reacting, not responding, and the letting go of your identity to the thing. If you can observe it, then it is not you. It is something other than you. If you can see it, then it is not you. It is something that you can see. Well, I won the fly on my face for that, so you're welcome.
Oh, well done.
That was terrible, and if you guys weren't in the room, I would not have tolerated it. It's like, this is your lesson, isn't this fantastic? Okay. It's your heart center. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Together, one home. Inhale. Oh. Raise your thumbs to your brow. Together, we bow and say, Namaste. Okay, good practice. Thanks for practicing. Okay, so we're going to go into our lunch break now, and as we had before, you'll have some reflection points. So over lunch break, please take a moment to journal, reflect on a yoga event that shaped or impacted your life. The studio is open now. We're going to be in the yoga room next. The studio is open now, so you can go put your stuff over there if you want to. The studio will be open till 1 o'clock, and then the door is going to be locked until 1:15, which is when I will be back to unlock it. So from 1 to 1:15, the studio is locked. You're welcome to be in there. Bless you. Or you are welcome to come back at 1:15, and I'll unlock the door then. Okay? And you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to unlock the back door at 1:15, not the front door. Did everyone get that? So the like that side door. So try to be in the room, please, at 1:15, as close as you can to that. And then we'll officially start at 1:30, the next portion. Okay. Are you in?
The door, that door?
Yes, that way, like right by the yoga.
Yeah.
If you have any kind of emergency during lunch break, please call me. Don't email me, okay?
She's getting that door.
Oh, that's exciting news, huh?
Everybody's very
We'll be back
excited,
at
so get a
1:30.
long text. Good,